This is Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us today for Live with Annie. As usual, we've started the stream a bit early. This helps us get everything set up and broadcasting properly to our various platforms. You can find a countdown clock on the screen showing how long it will be until we actually go live. While you wait, please connect with us and other viewers in the chat. Let us know where you are from and whether you're a new or longtime viewer. We'll see you live soon. Thanks again for joining us for Live with Annie. We are so happy to have you with us today. While you wait for the program to start, we hope you'll enjoy the content playing on screen. There's so much inspiration, so take a moment to tell us what you love in the chat. Don't forget there is a countdown clock on the screen so you know how long until we go live. Hi, it's Annie again, reminding you that we'll be going live with this week's episode shortly. There is a countdown clock on the screen showing how much time is left. You've got just enough time to grab some water, or a beverage of your choice, and a snack, and to connect with us in the chat. We'd love to hear what you've been working on this week. It's Annie, back to remind you that we'll be starting this week's live very shortly. We've got a really fun episode planned for today, and we'll see you soon. Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 19 of Season 4 of Live with Annie. Today we are excited to introduce a brand new pattern, Drop Zone. This pattern makes versatile zippered trays in 3 sizes. They are quick and easy to make and perfect for gifts, so stay tuned to see all of Drop Zone's features and discover tips for making your own. If you enjoy these episodes, please take a minute to follow us wherever you are watching. And if you know someone else who you think would enjoy the information that we share, we would love it if you would tell them about Live with Annie. The easiest way to do that is to just tag them while you're watching. That will take them directly to the episode so they can watch it too. And if tagging is new to you, just type the @ symbol followed by the name of the person who you are tagging, click on it, and submit it. Also, we love reading your comments, so please be sure to interact with us throughout this presentation. Tell us what you think about what we're showing, share your tips and tricks, and tell us the projects you're working on. We want to know what you think, and we really love learning from you too. And be sure to add any questions you might have in the comments or chat, and we will do our best to answer them before we close. So last week we visited with Nancy Myers of Patchwork Breeze. Nancy shared some fun tips for using leftover strips of fabric to make ByAnnie bags, including weaving them to create larger fabric pieces. If you missed that episode or want to watch it again, remember that you can find all the previous 155 episodes of Live with Annie on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, or at ByAnnie.com. And we've put up all the links to make them easy for you to find. So today I am really excited to tell you about our brand new pattern, Drop Zone. So this pattern includes instructions for fun bags in 3 very convenient sizes. As you can see, they zip open to create trays that give you really great visibility of what's inside and really easy access to the contents. So we're going to start today by playing the An Introduction and a Closer Look videos for Drop Zone, and then I'll be back to give you a closer look at some of the bags we made and show you how they compare to other ByAnnie patterns. Hi, I'm Annie from ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie, and I am so excited to tell you about Drop Zone, our pattern for versatile zippered trays in 3 sizes. We're all familiar with a drop zone, that drawer, craft supply box, or bathroom counter that constantly gets disorganized and overwhelmed with clutter. Enter Drop Zone zippered trays. The small tray is ideal for your essentials. The medium tray will organize craft tools like markers, rotary cutters, and more for your next class or retreat. And the large tray is spacious enough for travel bottles, brushes, and beyond, making it a travel organizing superstar. These trays not only organize and give easy access and visibility to your essentials, but their zippered closures also stylishly secure those items when you're on the go. Drop Zone zippered trays are crafted with fabric reinforced by Soft and Stable, ensuring that they're sturdy, maintain their shape, and when closed have a fun and unique diamond shape. Open the zipper and you'll find a spacious tray that sits flat and affords easy access and visibility to all the bag's contents. The attached side panels keep things contained. Grab tabs make it easy to close or open the zipper, and optional hardware may be attached to make it easy to secure Drop Zone to another bag or to attach a strap for easy carrying. The Drop Zone pattern includes detailed step-by-step instructions for crafting these professionally finished trays in 3 handy sizes. With clear and complete instructions and illustrations, this project is easy and fun, perfect for an afternoon sewing session with friends. To help along the way, we've created an add-on video that guides you through the pattern's more unique or challenging parts. Look for bullets in the pattern highlighting the parts that are covered. Hi, I'm Annie with ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. I am excited to share some additional details about our pattern, Drop Zone. Get ready to stitch and zip. The Drop Zone pattern guides you to quickly craft handy zippered trays in 3 sizes. Assembly is a breeze as most of the bag is put together while it's flat. The body is one piece of quilted fabric joined by a zipper, and fabric panels are attached to each end. For each bag, we recommend 3 fabrics: a main fabric for the exterior, a lining fabric for the interior, and a coordinating fabric for the side panels and grab tabs. For any of the bags, you'll need just 2 fat quarters for the main and lining, and a fat eighth for the coordinate, so they're great for using fat quarter bundles from your favorite designer. But hey, feel free to mix it up if you'd like. You can use just 2 fabrics, one for the outside of the bag and another for the lining, side panels, and grab tab as we did on this set. Or you could make the whole set from one main and lining fabric, but use different coordinates for each size. Just know that you'll need to come up with your own layouts, and you may need different amounts of fabric than what is called for on the supply list for the pattern. Using directional fabrics? No worries. The pattern includes instructions for joining directional main and lining fabrics to ensure that the design is upright on both the front and back. We recommend a non-directional coordinating fabric for the side panels and grab tabs. This project is perfect for using leftover quilted fabric from other projects, as we did on this fun set. And speaking of quilting, we've got you covered. You'll quilt just one small piece of main and lining fabric with soft and stable for each bag. The pieces are small, so they're ideal for perfecting your quilting skills or for practicing new designs and techniques such as ruler work or free motion quilting. If you need quilting help, be sure to check out our free patterns, Peacekeeper and Easy Does It. You'll find lots of tips for quilting in the add-on videos for those projects. You will find a full list of supplies on the back cover of the Drop Zone pattern. If you don't yet have the pattern, you can also find the list on the Drop Zone product page at ByAnnie.com. Just click on the Supply List tab. Drop Zone zippered trays would make a great afternoon or evening project and are perfect for confident beginners and advanced makers alike. The design is straightforward and most of the assembly happens on a flat piece. It's perfect for a relaxing afternoon or evening of crafting. The project involves basic skills used in many ByAnnie patterns, and to help ensure success, we've filmed an add-on video for Drop Zone. It will help you conceptualize the project and take you through the more challenging or unique parts of the pattern. Are you ready to craft these versatile trays? We can't wait to see your finished Drop Zone bags and how you use them. Share your photos with us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube using @PatternsByAnnie. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Drop Zone and that you are excited to make your own. If you want more information about the fabrics that we used in the models that were shown in those videos, plus additional models we've made, be sure to watch the end of the A Closer Look video. You'll find it on the product page for Drop Zone at our website, ByAnnie.com. We had a whole lot of fun making Drop Zone using a wide variety of fabrics. These handy little bags are going to make great gifts for anyone on your list, man, woman, or child, and they use just small amounts of fabric and soft and stable, as we said earlier. So a fat quarter of main, a fat quarter of lining, and a fat eighth. So they're really good for using fabrics from your stash or any of those that you've been hoarding from your fabric designer. They're also really good. Let me grab this model up here. The scoop tool is out of the way here. So they're also really great for using leftover quilted fabrics from other projects. That's what we did on this set. So on here, we alternated the main and lining fabric. Sorry, I've got stuff in Jake's way here. Is that better? Move that out of the way. So we alternated, let's see, this piece. So here we did the aubergine on the outside and the lovely floral on the inside, and we alternated that here using that one for the outside on the medium and the aubergine on the inside. So that gave us some good variety to the set, but we only had to have two different groups of fabric. So that's a really nice way if you've got little bits of leftover fabric from other ByAnnie projects to use those up. And as we said in the video, directional fabrics are going to work just fine for this, and the pattern gives you instructions for how to use that. So as you prepare the pieces, you will cut two pieces that form the outside of the bag and join those, rotate them and rejoin them there. Or if you want to use pre-quilted fabrics like we often do, you go ahead and cut the piece, cut it in half, and then join those with a strip of fabric. And to do that, you will find instructions for that in the pattern on page 1. And if you need any additional help, be sure to check out our Using Directional Fabrics video. we've got some, it's a little bit different to access that with our new website, so I thought it would be good to give you some instructions for that. So if you want to find that using Directional Fabrics video, the first thing you need to do is make sure you are logged into your account at ByAnnie.com. And then in the search box, just type in the title or any part of it, and you'll see it pop up under Courses. So then click on that, and then there's one more step, if you haven't already done this, is you have to go over to the left side, my other right, the left side, and you'll see a little window that says Join the Course. Click on that, and then you will be able to access. And if you forgot to log in first, it will prompt you to log in or set up an account. So that's a really easy way to find all the extra videos that go with these. I wanted to show you another set because we also added the option in this pattern of adding hardware to the grab tab that's on the end. So the pattern includes instructions for how to place it so that if you are going to use that grab tab with a wristlet strap, the zipper ends up zipping to the top. So pay attention to the pattern when you make that. And on the models that we made, we've stayed pretty consistent. On the small one, we added a swivel hook to the grab tab because we thought that size would be a good size that you'd maybe want to clip on to another bag. So we used a swivel hook on there, and then on the medium size of each, we did a D-ring because that made it easy to attach a wristlet strap. And on the large one, we did a triangle ring. You can mix and match those up however you want, but that's kind of the way we did it. And don't forget, we have a free pattern for a wristlet strap that includes instructions for 2 different styles, either a flat one or a folded one. And again, just log into your account, search for wristlet. You'll find the course, and then join the course to access both the free downloadable pattern and the full step-by-step video tutorial. So all of our free patterns now are parts of courses, and you have to join the course to get access to those. And we used to say you could search for the PBA, which for this pattern is PBA 301 for the wristlet strap. That doesn't work anymore since this is a course. So you've got to put the name or the title of the project that you're looking for. So Drop Zone is just a really simple project to make. It's perfect for, I think, anyone from a confident beginner, but advanced makers are going to enjoy it too. To ensure that everything fits together properly, make sure that you carefully mark, following the markings that are in the pattern. That's really important. You'll also want to make sure when you're sewing that you have a narrow foot, like the Bernino number 37 1/4-inch foot or a zipper foot, because when you go to sew these side seams, you're going to be up close to where the zipper is, and a narrow foot's going to make that a lot easier. And as usual, when a pattern includes 3 sizes, we always suggest that you make the largest one first. You've got a bit more room to work, so that makes it a little bit easier to do. Before we close today, I want to show you how Drop Zone compares to some other ByAnnie patterns that are small zippered bags. The one I think that looks closest to this is our pattern quick zip cases. So if you look at Drop Zone when it's zipped up shut, it's got kind of a similar appearance, a little bit different shape. Drop Zone has more of a diamond shape. Quick Zip Cases has more of a boxy shape, but either one of these sets of bags are perfect for carrying little items like makeup, pens and pencils, sewing supplies, tech gear, all those things. But the similarity really ends when Drop Zone is zipped open, because if you look at Quick Zip Cases zipped open, you can see you've got to kind of pull it wide in order to see everything inside, whereas when Drop Zone zips open, you've got more of a tray and you've got more room here, so you've got really easy access to everything that's inside. In terms of construction, Drop Zone bags are fairly similar to clam-up bags. So let's take a look at a set of those real quick. So here's a Drop Zone, here's a clam-up. And both Drop Zone and Clam Up are made with just one piece of fabric that forms the body of the bag. So on Clam Up, the fabric makes the front, the bottom, and the back. On Drop Zone, it basically forms 4 sides. So front, two pieces around the bottom and another one that comes around. Unlike clam up, drop zone bags don't require templates, so in my opinion that makes them easier to make. Each one of them has a zipper that opens all the way down on the side, so you have good visibility of contents, but because the sides of drop zone are shorter, you've got easier visibility and access. Both of these have a side panel to keep the contents from falling out. We've simplified the construction of it on drop zone, so we attach the side panel and then fold it over to cover the raw edges, so there is no binding needed. So I think you're going to really like that. One difference from clam up though is that we recommend that you hand stitch the sides of the side panels on drop zone in place, where on this one you attach it when you attach the zipper. And I know hand stitch is a 4-letter word to some of you. If you've made very many ByAnnie bags, you know that we very, very rarely suggest stitching anything by hand. But for best results, we did decide that hand stitching was our preference on this pattern. That said, what happens if you want to stitch it from the inside is you may end up with 2 lines here that don't exactly line up. If that wouldn't bother you, you can certainly stitch these side panels in place by machine. I would suggest using a little bit of double-sided basting tape along the edge to hold it in place, and I would stitch from the inside along the edges. We tried stitching from the outside, but it was a little bit harder to keep it all aligned. So there you have it. That's drop zone. Let's see if there's any questions. It doesn't look like there are. So if you think of questions after the fact, feel free to email us at info@ByAnnie.com, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you might have. The patterns should be available for shipping today, so if you haven't pre-ordered them from your local quilt shop, be sure and check with them. We've been shipping patterns out, so they should have them in stock soon. And as you make these, be sure to share photos of your finished projects with us and enter our monthly photo contest. You can win up to $50, and we award several prizes each month. So that again has changed a little bit with our new website. So to get all the details, just go to Community on the top menu bar, and you'll see a monthly photo contest link on the side. If you click on that, that will take you straight to the form to submit your photos. All right, don't forget to ask for these at your local quilt shops. They are such an important part of our sewing and quilting communities. It's up to all of us to keep them strong and in business. So if they don't have them, they can get them either from their favorite distributor or from us, and we are always happy to set up wholesale accounts for qualified distributor or wholesalers, so just ask them to contact us for more information. Before we close today, I want to introduce you to our two newest ByAnnie team members. They may be familiar to you as they have been in the industry for quite some time. Known for their weekly Sew Together Tuesday episodes for Shannon Fabrics, they were also our guests on Live with Annie way back in Season 1, Episode 42, when we talked about sewing with Cuddle. Teresa and Hawke are going to be in charge of customer success at ByAnnie, and we're starting them at the local quilt shop level and then expanding from there. So this is an area in which we have been really needing help for a long time. And with our new website and business management system in place, we finally have the systems for them to do the job and for us to see how things are working. So please help me welcome Teresa Coates and Hawke Hamilton to the ByAnnie team.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
So, Teresa and Hawke, and I am just going to turn it over to you guys to tell them a little bit about yourselves.
All right, sounds good. So I've been teaching sewing for about 15 years now. Okay, at local quilt shops and at national events. For the past about 8 years, I was the national educator for Shannon Fabrics. And Hawke and I did spend a year traveling, as you like to call it, in the Cuddle bus, the Cuddle wagon. So we did travel around the country, and I taught at quilt shops all over the place. We broadcast the Sew Together Tuesday, and we were helping folks to learn to sew with Cuddle fabrics.
I was the videographer, drove the bus, and just sort of generally handled logistics and a bunch of behind the scenes stuff as well. So I'm looking forward to supporting Teresa and Annie in both this show, and also making sure that the the customers and the consumers, you guys, are all being taken care of as best we can.
Yeah, exactly.
And also making sure that maybe Jake behind the scenes here gets a vacation.
Jake would appreciate that.
Yes, and I will continue to work with shops and with customers and with consumers and all of that good stuff. I am very excited about it. So thank you so much for bringing us on. I'm really happy to be here.
Thanks, Annie.
You are welcome. This is, I really can't tell you how excited I am to have Teresa and Hawke on board.
Thanks.
We have really needed help for a long time. On the day that we offered them the job and they accepted, I slept really good that night because I knew help was on the way. So I think you're going to see lots more happening here at ByAnnie, and we're excited to have someone here. So I'm actually going to Montana at the end of this month, taking my grandson and my sister to visit my grandson and daughter there and her husband. And so Teresa and Hawke will be doing Live with Annie on May 29th. So be sure to join them then to learn more about them and get to know them better. We don't have any local quilt shop previews today, so we're just going to close and say thank you again to everyone who joined us. We will be back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time with another great episode of Live with Annie, and we are going to introduce our newly updated pattern iCases 2.0. So these make some dimensional cases in 4 sizes. They're perfect for carrying a variety of electronic devices from tablets to laptops, and you are sure to love them. So until next week, happy stitching!